Thank you, Brady. Hey guys, I don't work for Facebook. My name is Loic. I'm an entrepreneur based here, and I just want to tell you a story. I love sharing. I'm a little weird. I'm actually pretty weird. I share probably too much. But when I saw Facebook Live, I thought I would try to share the story of my own startup as I was building it, and do it with a community here. So I'm just showing you how it works, and I bet you know. But imagine if you could have instantaneous feedback on everything you do live, pretty much all the time, not only using Facebook Live, but also social networks. But this is pretty interesting, because what I decided to try to do as an experiment, without absolutely thinking about how weird and how awkward it would feel, would be to do a video every single day, live at 11:30, and try to share everything in the most authentic possible way I could with everybody. So, for example, it's topics such as my fears as an entrepreneur. It's not only PR stuff. We got 1,000 people in a group, in a Facebook group, that actually decide what topic we should talk about. This is only in a month or so. And when people come here, they vote on the topics we discuss. So for example, I think about fears of an entrepreneur, because this is not something you talk about. And that was extraordinary, because everybody started discussing their fears live with me and sharing with each other. Yesterday we did one about direct marketing and good practices. It's like a live focus group that happens all the time. I tried very weird shit as well. I paraglide and I kite surf. So I did one paragliding on in Pacifica, over there, and it was pretty fun. Or driving, or pretty much any time. I share my meetings. So here I was with Reid Hoffman, the inventor of LinkedIn. It's pretty rare to have an hour with him. And I switched on my phone like this, and I started just sharing, and everybody could start asking him questions, and it worked very well. Everybody was very engaged. This video got 30,000 views. Here is Ryan Hoover, the founder of Product Hunt. If you don't know Product Hunt, you have to check it out. It's amazing. We had 8,000 people watch this live, and we had a bet that if this happened, I would stick a Product Hunt tattoo on my forehead, which I did. Fortunately, there is no hair, so it didn't make, it was pretty easy to do. We did startup tours through Silicon Valley. This is Hotel Tonight and the CEO, and people expect that and ask questions. And it's been a very interesting experience to see. My question is why people join and why people interact this way. This is a very interesting experiment here, because they cannot interact here right now, so we have very low audience number. It's like 10 times more when you actually start talking and interacting with people rather than this. So for example, I needed an assistant, and I started hiring on Facebook Live. And Alice showed up, who is right here in the Facebook Live. I said, oh, I will help. So she just joined us today. So we're trying. I was actually wondering if we should do the interview on Facebook Live as well. It's very international. It's very interesting. I had about 30 candidates to be an assistant all around the world, some of them in India, others in Europe and Asia. It's a totally different way to work. It's very, very weird. I'm not the only one to be that weird. As you can see, Gary Vaynerchuk, obviously, my friend, is doing it too. Hi guys, by the way, over here. I see they're starting to talk now, because they see you can interact. But Laila, Jana, or Scobble, very few people. And some corporate leaders are doing it. Here is Beth from GE, or the CEO of Sprint, and are all trying to not feel ridiculous, which is very difficult, because it's like you're talking like this. Imagine this room, but live all the time. A few tips. I think you should do it. You should try, because I think this is going to be pretty amazing. Have a good sound, good mics. I put them here. I don't have them now because I wanted to be able to move around, but that's something important. I think we're going to have live events with speakers all around the world that can be scheduled in advance, and I'm going to try to work on it myself with the other people doing it. And I think what's going to happen here is you will have interviews. You will start to see interviews with people in the audience. Like if I could bring you on stage right now and say, what would you like to say? Just not as a comment, but like basically switching the camera to you. I think you will be able to see people around you very soon. It's not by chance, this is just me taking risk here, that there is Oculus and there is Facebook Live at the same time. Anyway, just to conclude, what I want to tell you is try it. You feel totally ridiculous, totally weird, and it's absolutely okay. The benefits are amazing, so you should really try to do it.